So, got this asymmetrical 4 ASM 2101 BR. Yeah, same thing here. Ooh, is that blurry? There we go. That's a little better. Man, let's see what's in here. I think I know. Looks like a cleaning cloth down in there. I'm not familiar with the knife company, so yeah, we might as well look at everything. It's got a pouch that's got a belt loop on it. Horizontal belt loop. Alright. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. So this is a Dirk Pinkerton knife. And what do we got here? They're brought by Beyond EDC. Yep. And I have picked up a few of Dirk's knives. And this is another one. This is maybe a little more of a premium model. And I'll link Dirk's site down below. And you can go there. He's got a store, and that's where I got this knife, is directly from Dirk, not from Beyond EDC. Yeah. All right. I'm trying to think of the name of this knife. Yeah, so this is the Contact. And Dirk's site is pinkertonknives.com. But I'll throw a link. So, man, let's look at this thing. Okay. Wow. It's an S35VN. And then it's got that same designation, that ASM 2101 designation over here. And then there's Dirk's moniker. There we go. Full titanium pocket clip. And then it's got the A4 symbol over here. It's a little filmy. Something going on. Some kind of storage film, you know. It happens. It's all right. We'll just give it a quick wipe down. The knife is super light. So I picked up quite a few pieces from Dirk's site. Blade centered. Yeah, the action is spot on. Wonderful. Yeah. It's back here too. And back here. Excellent grip. Mm-hmm. You know, how many knives has Dirk Pinkerton been involved in? Any idea? Me neither. It is a lot. Man, let's get in this thing. Man, this knife right here, that does it for me. Upswept, but the tip seems in line with the center of the knife, even though it's kind of sweeping up. And then that back is straight across. Yep. And then, yeah, the blade clearly sweeps up. Yep. I don't know, I'm not showing that very well to y'all, but you know what? I can show it right here. So if you look here, the blade clearly sweeps up. And so it gives you kind of this hand down position. But then if you go on the back of this knife, across the spine and the blade, the scale, completely flat. Very nice. And so it just creates this wonderful platform and then an amazing grip up in here. I mean, I am profusely locked in there. But, you know, come on, man. There's a method. Ooh, come on, man. That is tight. Don't do me. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. That may be the tune for the... Oh, there it goes. Whew. Yeah. It is Loctited up. That's all right. I mean, I don't mind it as long as I can get it loose. You know, if I can get it loose, then I think it's a good thing. Long pivot screw, got a fair amount of Loctite on it, which, you know, like I say, that doesn't bother me. It's just when they use that Loctite that you can't break loose, and then the knife's completely locked up. I don't like that. But this is cool. Yeah, long pivot screw. I mean, I guess that's not a bad thing. Just different. Something of note. Yeah, so I got my cleaner on my board, and it rubbed off on my hand. The color come off. See it? Goofy. Clean my hand up. I gotta be careful because I found that out with this board that it don't like ethanol. it comes off. Yeah. All right. Back to the task at hand. I think we're ready to come apart. 2 screws and a pivot. Yep. Sprung pretty good. Sprung pretty tight right there. The pocket clip could come. It's milled, recessed into the titanium scale. 1 screw, but it's got straight edges. But yeah, it's not over oiled or anything. There's no reason for me to really take it apart. I think I'll just wipe it down and we'll put it back together. The detent seemed really good on it. Straight from the box, you know what I mean? Which can be a rarity for me because I'm so particular. I like it just the way I like it. I mean, yeah. Grease, that's what that is. It's not necessarily dirt. It's just the OEM isn't putting light oil on them. They're greasing them. And, I mean, I've said it a bunch of times, man. I don't, you know, honestly, the shelf life of that grease is probably way more than this light oil that I'm using. But we're not looking for long-term storage at this point now. We want it to function. Looking for perfection. Oh, this says 35 looks good. Tool steel. That's what it looks like here. Just the finish that they put on it. Very nice. Good looking satin. Yeah, I've got a couple more dirk knives sitting around here, and I've got one that I've really been looking forward to. And I saw this one first, so, you know, man, with as far as content goes, I got a lot of it. So, you know, I saw this one first, so it's up. Batter up. Get a bat and get in there. I'm going to say that these are bronze baskets, maybe? They look like they are. What do I know, though? There. I thought I had a wet spot. A wet spot. What's the matter? Come on, man. Yeah, there's a little bit of that ethanol there. It helped me for sure get that grease out of there. We just want that light oil in there. The contact, which is clearly, it's not clearly, I'm not sure what EDC and Asymmetrical 4 is calling it. I mean, they're saying ASM 2101. So I'm not sure if that's Dirk's designation or if that's theirs. And I think I'll answer that question before we're done. This pivot goes up. Actually, it goes down. Come on, man. You upside down. Put the shiny side up. Oh, knocked it right on the floor. Don't roll over it. Smash it. There we go. And then, I mean, even the blade is nice, highly polished right there. I like it. So you got a polished washer and the blade is polished. It's not like stone washed or something there. This thing is going to be smooth. And I'm going to put just a tiny bit in that track for that detent ball. Internal stop pins, riding in milling from the titanium. There we go. Nothing mysterious there, man. Pretty solid. My screwdriver rolled away. There's that long pivot screw. And it had enough Loctite in there that I'm not going to worry about that a bit because there's enough that it's going to bite again. Alright, I'm going to put one screw in here. And then I'm going to verify that detent, make sure that action is running just the way I want it to. I think it was. Oh, okay. Yeah, this was T6. That's right. It's got some pretty good milling going on these scales, too. Alright, snug as a bug in a rug. Drop shut. The very first time I ran it. And of course, the more that oil works through those bearings, even though I cleaned them, you know, it's just going to get better. Oh man, it's this thing. Little fidget. Oh, Spidey flick's wonderful. Now it doesn't have a back flipper, and you know that'll probably, I don't know, it's going to grab about 30% of you and go, yeah, I get it. You know, you want what you want, right? Doesn't bother me a bit though. I mean, do I have a preference? Let me be fair about that statement. I mean, it just seemed kind of unfair what I was saying. Like somehow I am superior to anybody that requires or wants a back flipper. That's not what I'm saying. I have preferences as well. I'm just saying if it doesn't have it, the knife can stand on its own. I'm good with it. That's all I'm saying. Oh man, is this thing golden. Shoo. Yeah, that detent's perfect on this knife. I wouldn't change a thing. Just got to get it, just a little movement, and gravity will take over. Look at the fit and finish on this. I mean, Beyond EDC did a great job. Where the blade lines up here, the gap, everything is really nice on it. I mean, sometimes you just don't know. I mean, I'm not I don't have a bunch of Beyond EDC knives. I have picked up a few lately, so I'm not completely blind to them. But this I'm pretty sure is the first, I don't know, I'm not going to say premium, but higher end Beyond EDC knife. And yeah, pretty cool. Very nicely done. Excellent milling. I like it. Well, let me call that action. I'm going to say, I mean, it's A minus, A action, A level action. I mean, I'm trying to think of what could be better. I mean, it could just guillotine. So from that sense, it could be better. So that, I mean, let's call that an A plus. But one grade down from that, it's definitely drop shut. The detent is perfect for me. It's snappy. Ooh, careful. Yeah, very snappy. I love it. I mean, I'm gonna say it's an A minus to an A. Maybe it's an A. Honestly, I can't think of why I wouldn't. I can't think of how to improve it. Access to the lock bar. It's not lowered here or anything, but it's an easy reach in, and it's not overly tensioned, so it's simple to do. I've got what do we got? Maybe 30% lockup. I mean, let's check it. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna whack it. Only because it's kind of light in that department. Let me get rid of this power cord. Got things falling out of the sky. It's not Lucy. She don't have no diamonds. All right, here we go. Yeah. I mean, 30%, it's good lockup. This is me. It's small to medium. Small to medium. And so, hey, if I close this up and cover it with my hand, to me, that's small to medium. I can, from the top down, I can pretty much cover that up. And then, 100%, I've mentioned this before, a knife in my pocket, first and foremost, I am aware that I have a self-defense weapon in my pocket. That's the main thing about me putting a knife in my pocket. I'm aware of that. I have a weapon. This is a weapon, and this appears to be a weapon. I mean, it's subtle. It's not large, but I mean, speaking of that, so I'm gonna call that action an A. It's got great. Listen, it's got a great feel, but it's got good acoustics. I mean, like the whole thing. I hate to bring up acoustics. It's like, what are you saying? It sounds good? Yeah, I mean, it is part of the sensory, component. It's sensory, man. Rockets out, solid lockup, and the finish on this S35. It's not standard. Like, I mentioned it, and it's like it would be easy to go, oh man, every S30. No, this has got some vertical belt lines that run up onto the flat part, and it is extremely attractive. I like it big time. Needle sharp point on there. Oof. Ergonomics. So, I mean, I can't break the rule. I don't. If it just had an eighth of an inch of a flipper here, I would, there's not so confident, and very confident. If it had an eighth of an inch, we would jump over the confident grip. But as it is, I am so locked in that I am going to run it up to a confident grip. And I'm going to tell you why. There's a couple of reasons. First, the jimping on the spine, combat jimping. If you press down on this and then try to go forward, can't do it. The jimping that's back here in the scales, incredibly aggressive. So this whole section right here really locks in. There's more of that jimping back here that my pinky is locking in. My palm is locking in back here on this jimping. And so the shape, everything combined, I mean, I have such a strong grip on this that, I mean, I'm going to take it right up to confident, but without that little, pardon me, without the flipper tab, I'm not going to take it over a confident grip. I won't go there. But if I reverse grip it, is this confident? Yeah, yeah, big time. Is this confident grip? It is. The way that this falls right in the palm, I could hold right here. I can cap it, and I mean, to be honest, this would be my preferred, but it's not as intuitive as this right here. This reverse grip. Woo! Yeah, man. Wonderful. Yeah, so the ergonomics on this are really nice. The pocket clip disappears. I mean, I know it's there, but it's not hot at all. Everything is knocked down and chamfered really well, except for the grippy stuff. And man, I'm not going to complain about it because it just lends to the knife being grippy. The pocket clip's got a question mark on it, and I'll tell you why. Because I've snapped it a few times, and it's kind of springy. But let's see what's up. Over the thick stuff and all the way home. Yeah, perfect. Nice looking. It's got a light blue tint to it. Yeah, it's attractive. It's got great grip. A little less grip here on the thin stuff. Could use a little tension. And yeah, let's do that real quick. Okay, so since I took that clip off, I wanted to show that milling into the titanium. I mean, it's got 3 square sides and then one kind of half rounded side. So, I mean, one screw's going to hold that. As long as the screw's tight, this thing's going to hold well. I mean, I don't foresee any issues there. Be confident in that clip. It's got a long screw. Look at it. I mean, all the screws on this are really long, which is good. It's just more threads, locked down better. Instead of, like 3 threads, All right. A lot more tension there. Let's see what's up. On the thick stuff, I gotta force it in, but it goes one-handed. I mean, we're talking dryer clip now. On the standard jean size, it's a dryer clip. Could tumble in a dryer for 20 minutes, pull it out, and it's still going to be here. So if I rolled around on the ground or ran at a full-on run, this thing's going to bounce around in here. But when I go to reach for it, it's going to be right where I left it. Yeah, it's got great retention. It just needed a tiny little adjustment. Not a big deal. Safety. Yeah, so I can't touch the tip, or I can't make blade contact through the scales in the back. So the clip's good, the tip's good, and I'm confident I could put this in my pocket, not have random blade contact and cut myself. Yeah, pretty good. I wonder if it's sharp. We'll find out. I got a little piece of phone book paper here. I mean, that's the way they should come from any factory, right? If you're going to sell a knife, even if it's a $50 knife, why wouldn't you send it like that? I mean, golly, that thing's crazy wicked sharp. And it's a toothy sharp. Sticky. Yeah, pretty cool. I dig it. So, price and availability. So, here's where I know where it's at. It's at Dirk's website, but when I bought this from him, he did have a conversation with me that this was his last one and that they were low in stock. So I'm going to look real quick and see if I can find them on the Beyond EDC channels and see if it's available that way. Be right back. Okay, so there's 2 places that I can send you for this knife. The first is to Dirk's website. It's pinkertonknives.com, and I'll post a link to it down below. You can go there. I mean, he talked that like they were done and stock was out or limited or something, but he's still showing them on his site as available. So, I mean, you can reach out to him there and see if he has one if you're interested. The other place is Blade HQ. Blade HQ shows these in stock and they're selling them for $190. So I can tell you that if Dirk has them, they're slightly less on his site. Actually, a lot less. He's got them listed on his site for $100. So I would suggest reaching out to Dirk and see if he has any more. But I don't know. Is it worth $200? I mean, it's awful nice, man. It really is. It's a primo knife for sure. And I think looking at the Beyond EDC website, that the asymmetrical is their upper line. The Beyond EDC knives, straight Beyond EDC, are a little more budget oriented, and I've run a couple of those through the channel, and they're great knives. They really are. I don't have any complaints on the ones that I have run through the channel already. I think I have a couple others, but the ones that I've already run, no issues. But this appears to be their higher end line, and then they have another line that's even above that, and they have like one knife in that category, and it was like $400. So it was spendy. But anyways, the asymmetrical by Beyond EDC, Dirk Pinkerton designed Contact titanium S35VN. I mean, I like it a lot. This thing's definitely going in the keeper case. Appreciate y'all watching.